Hi guys, I am Mikael from OPETH and you're watching PitCam TV.
Hi, this is Arno with PitCam. We're on Wacken 2012. I'm sitting here with Mikael Åkerfeldt from OPETH. How you doing, man?
Not too bad, how are you?
Oh, feeling fine, feeling fine. Counting the Bloodbath gig within, it's the 5th time that you play in Wacken. You've seen the festival change, you've seen the festival grow. What does it feel to be back again? Home sweet home?
I wouldn't say home sweet home, but I like it. You know, it must be like the biggest metal festival in the world, right?
Right.
We had some good shows here. We actually Bloodbath. We did a DVD here, but it's fun. I mean, most festivals I think are fun. You know.
All right.
But with metal festivals, you meet a lot of people that you either toured with or you know. So it's kind of a bit of a heavy metal family reunion, you know.
So a lot of shake hands, you know.
A lot of shake hands, a lot of germ-killing alcohol.
Right. The fans are curious. It's the first time you play here in Wacken since Heritage came out. I know you can't send these questions anymore, but do we gonna hear some death metal voices on stage?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, do you want to give us a short sneak? What are you gonna play?
Just play some old shit.
So the Demon of the Fall, I hope so.
Maybe.
And on the 2005 Lamentations DVD, and the footage for the recording of the 2 albums, Martin Lopez stated that he was upset working with you guys for putting the climate always on top, your fucking polar beers, that this was always cold. A lot of people left the band actually in the past, starting with with Lopez, Pale left. Does this change the climate in the band and your art on going on stage and working?
Yeah, I think it's inevitable, you know, when you have new people you work with. But all the changes, as far as I'm concerned, have been for the better. You know, there wouldn't be changes if everything was good, you know. Okay. Those changes happen for a reason, you know. So at this point we're a happy bunch, you know. We get along great and we play good, you know. I mean, especially with Heritage record, when we're playing those songs together, it's like, you know, sometimes I go like, wow, we sound really good. Not saying like if people don't like those songs, well, that doesn't matter. We just play well together now. And with all the previous lineups, there's always been hiccups, you know. Yeah. But now I feel that we're a good band.
Okay. Speaking of important people, OPETH is a member of Roadrunner, of course, and you're also affected by the shutdown of Roadrunner bureaus in Europe. What do you think about all these good people leaving, and does this shutdown affect OPETH, and maybe there's going to be a label change for the next album?
No, actually, I mean, we are staying with the Roadrunner apparently. They picked up the option for the next album, so it looks like we're putting out another record through Roadrunner. But yes, I mean, it's sad, you know. Some of these people we work with ever since we signed to them in 2003, or whatever it was, so some of those people I got to know really well, and you know, they were friends of mine. So obviously it's a bad thing that the people who always worked for you are now gone, and now we don't really know who's taking care of us. Okay. It's all become Warner Brothers now. So we don't really know what's happening, but it looks like we're putting out another record through Roadrunner.
All right. Do you are already working on the new album?
Well, I've been writing a little bit. I'm going on a trip soon, next week, just on my own actually, which I've never done before, and gonna bring the guitar and write some stuff hopefully. But I think we're still touring, and we still have another European tour coming up in the fall, and that kind of prevents me from getting too into the work, a creative process, you know. So I'm gonna start writing more for real once we finish the touring, you know. So I don't have much.
All right. You're also working on Storm Corrosion, of course, and this just started this year. What does it feel like to working with Steven again, and not Steven mixing or producing OPETH, but you two guys creating something completely new?
Well, that was great fun. You know, it was fun. You know.
Completely fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a really good time. I mean, we're friends, so we hang out anyways. You know, we don't necessarily have to write music, but our friendship kind of there's some type of I don't know what you call it, like we connect musically, we talk about music, you know, we just discuss music, and now we also write music together. So it was a great experience for me. I've been a big fan of his music for such a long time, and this project is the culmination of lots of talk. You know, we've been talking about it for such a long time, and it was great that it finally happened, and more so that we came up with something that we really like, and also that's also something that's new sounding. You know, it doesn't really sound like anything I know, which I like.
Okay. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans would chop off their right arms to see you two guys on one stage. Can we expect a Storm Corrosion tour?
Probably not, because it's one of those projects. There's so much going on in the music, even if it's minimalistic.
Definitely.
At times. There's also like strings, you know, and all sorts of things going on. So it would be very difficult to bring it on tour. Besides, both myself and Steven are already touring with I'm touring with OPETH, and he's now touring with his solo thing, you know. So you don't want to. We never wanted Storm Corrosion to become a job. You know, like a actively touring band, because we're doing that so much already. So I don't think we're gonna. But never say never, you know.
Okay. Both of you are the most representing persons on stage in your own bands. Hypothetically, there would be a Storm Corrosion gig. What would it look like? Steven Wilson joining an OPETH gig, or the opposite way?
I don't think it would look like either. If we played together, I'd probably be in the back somewhere, you know. Hide in the back of the stage, you know. But I don't really know. We never actually. I have been on stage. I sang a song with them when we toured together. I sang a song called "Smart Kid" from a Stupid Dream record with them. It was awkward, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I was nervous, but it was just awkward being on stage. It's always a bit awkward being on stage with people you're not used to being on stage with.
Speaking, going on stage, last questions. Do you still play Guitar Hero before you're going on stage?
No. That was just like the sign of the times. Everybody was playing guitar. I got this from a friend of mine who works for Blizzard Entertainment, the World of Warcraft guys. And he gave me this like guitar.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck's that ridiculous thing? And
Stupid plastic geezers.
Yeah, I mean, it looked ridiculous. And it was lying there for a while on the tour bus, you know. And after a while, because Mendes, our bass player, he's one of those. He's like, if there's a button, he has to kind of check, you know, like
have to push it.
Check the lights, you know, check everything. Obviously, it's a plastic guitar with buttons on there, so he's gonna, you know. So he plugged it in, and I was watching, and it looked like fun. So we played like every day, all through the day, sometimes up till showtime.
Yeah.
So when you're on stage, you're like, where's the buttons? You know, like there's no buttons on my guitar, you know, so it kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I had to stop, actually. It became like I became extra nervous because of that fucking game.
Okay. Thank you so much for the interview, and yeah, we're done.